and welcome back to a video, and this is where we are after day 6 of the Rolife Music Dreamer Sakura Dreamy Tour. So now we are on day 7, and this is how we go. I have pulled all the remaining pieces, so we will see. So let's see where we go. So one button for this, and we have our train moving around. It's coming, I can see it. And we also have some music. I have actually got to play this all the way through. It does have 2 tunes. I was showing my granddaughter yesterday. Alright, without further delay, let's hit up number 22. Couldn't swear we're going to finish, but I'm giving it some... We will see. Yesterday was quite a long video, wasn't it? Oh, can't turn it off. Oh, wrong angle for me. There we go. Alright, let me get back with those pieces on my desk. So I think the first 4 steps will be quite speedy. So we have our side, I believe this will be, and we need to put this on. I'm just trying to see which way it goes. Not that way. Let's see. Not that way because it's not going to fit for starters. So this way. So that it's got that end on this side, I think. Let me put that on. And then we are going to be using our stickers. It will go on. It's giving me a little fight. It wants that end to be over here, so I think I've got this wrong. Let's see, what's that way over here? No? Right. This is quite a tight fit. That one's okay, that's quite loose. This one's a lot tighter. There we go, easier when you press it down. And then we are going to stick this on by using our long stickers. We need 6 of them. Let me get them on and I'll show you, just for the trying to get it done today, so I don't want to do everything in front of the camera, otherwise we will end up with an incredibly long video, so bear with me. Okay, and they're on. They're not particularly strong, so you want 1 up here, 2 on either side, I'll tell you about that in a minute, 1 at the bottom, in total 6. So where I've got these, I've run out of long ones, so yeah, not quite enough long ones. It could be that I've wasted 1 or 2, so I don't know that it's there on them. It could very well be on me. So let's peel this off. So what you want to make sure of it is you have this flat edge over here, and you avoid these holes on either side with your stickers and the board we are going to place on them. So what I did was I just used 2 of the mediums on here. Not very straight, are they? You are not going to see them. This one doesn't even want to go down. Get off that board. There we go. Like I say, I just used 2 mediums. I did run out. It could be me. Like I say, I mean, there was a few wasted, wasn't there? You'd have thought they'd have a whole spare sheet actually, but I do have others. Worst comes to worst, I've got whole reels of this stuff. So again, that one wants to come up. Then what you're going to do is make sure your Sakura plants are at the top and that you avoid the holes, and it should match either side of it quite well, and avoiding the holes. So like so. I'm assuming there's no hole down there. No. I was going to be like, I went straight over that one if there was. And just make sure that that's down. And that is that piece, and that's going to go straight on the model. Let me bring our model back up. And it's going to go on this side over here. So this is on the inside, this is on the outside, and you have 2 nodules down here and down here to catch as well. So there's actually quite a lot to catch all in one go. I'm not 100% sure the best way to do this yet. We will find out. I'm thinking this paper cardboard type bit at the end is probably the most flexible. Whereas the board at the front is probably not so much. So I'm going to concentrate on the front edge, I feel. And then that was good concentration on that back hit. This front edge then, wasn't it? Just fell straight on off. Maybe you should start at the bottom. Actually, doubting myself on this. Oh, I see. There's a wooden piece at the bottom there. Oh, I knew that though. Well, this one's in. This one is not. There we go. And now hopefully this will all match up wonderfully. So the back of it is on. I have a feeling that this is not. Doesn't feel like it is, and I don't. Oh, this isn't even in. Go, give a squidge, and that's the side on. Okay, next we are going to work on, I believe, the roof. So is this now step 23? So this now becomes letter U, and we are working on the roof. Push you out there, which is quite a bit because we're going to start doing those wires. So first of all, you want these to join in like so, and then turn it upside down. And you are going to have lots of pieces, but in this case you want the bigger ones, and it's not going to matter which way round they go because it's on, well, maybe it will, it's on the underside. I don't know which way is front. They look almost identical. Well, we'll say point the pinks towards the outside, the pink edging of these on the outside. I have zoomed out a little bit because the model is getting bigger, isn't it? And then we are going to be messing with wires. Okay. So we are messing with the strip wire, the one which was floating. This one here. Let me take my names out. Okay. Let's untie these. I just tied it together with a little bit of leftover wire from the last project, or the one before, whichever it was. Just try and keep them a little bit out of the way. I don't know how successful I was, but it kind of did a bit, didn't it? Okay. So we are starting, so this is now step 23, by the way, doing this. And we are starting with the first light over here. So these are where our lights are. So you want your strip, let me get it up the same way as they have it. Not that way, it's this way. And our very first one, I believe, goes over here. Hard to tell. Let me turn the page. Kind of almost doesn't look like beginning, it says, so over here. So the very first light is just after it. We'll give it a try. And we hold these in with these little clips. So the lights are actually, this goes on the back, I believe. It can't be, it's got to go on the roof, surely. It might go on the back, I don't know. I think it is going on the back. How on earth are you going to, oh, I guess this plastic here, the one I'm feeling here, is, you can see through it. That's where my guess would be. And then you want to make sure that your lights are pointing outwards, which at the very start it is not. So we just want to make sure that the lights are upwards. And get you in. No, I can't get it in at all. Take another one of Juliet's toys away and throw it yesterday. She'd managed to get a hole in it, and then she likes to eat the stuffing, and that's not a healthy thing for a puppy or a dog, not even a puppy. Okay, and go all the way around like so, just making sure that your wires are flat and the lights, the little white area here, is pointing outwards. So you want to kind of go round this bend but then have it flat again, which it doesn't really want to go flat, does it? Like so, I guess. Oh, it looks so reasonable positioned. So I don't think it's going to go, because it's going around the corner, I don't think it's going to be flat. But you want to avoid having these connections on a bulb as well. So I guess that will be that. And then run it down here. Quite an important step really, isn't it? I guess you may not need me to struggle on, seeing me struggle on this. Go around this corner. Okay, that one went in easier. And take it all along the back, in front of this tab, and up to here. And again, you're trying to avoid the lights. It's quite the bend. It's on the other side of that piece that I said make sure you're in front of. Now, just give it a little tug a bit. And go all the way down here. If you don't need to see this, just scoot on ahead. But that said, this is an important part. I was even thinking myself what I'll do is I'll just pause, get it done, show you guys, but I think when it comes to lighting, it's the fear of most people who do models, to be honest with you. Particularly when the connecting wires, I mean, I use wire nuts on a lot of them. I mean, this is plug and play, nice and easy. And then this one just kind of dangles to the end, I guess. Maybe it goes under this one again. Didn't say to, but can't have it floating either. I mean, it lines up quite well with the bulbs, not going over the bulbs, by the way. But now I'm wondering to take this out and put this one under it. Let's see. Let me have a look, see if I can tell what you do with the end there. There's nowhere really to put it. Well, that doesn't really tell me either. I'm thinking we will catch it under this one. So I'll pull this one up and we'll catch it under here. We don't want that to be on the bulb anyway. And we just have a double layer on this side here. And that goes in a lot easier because it's been in once. Right, and then we put this on at the back of your model. So we are connecting down here, here, this one, this one, this one. Be careful of your wires so you don't trap them. So I think it's going to be easiest to push from the bottom. Catch this shelf because this shelf's a bit of a pain in the butt. And just make sure that you are clearing your wires. They look clear. And push this in. It's a shame the cathedrals ones weren't quite as, I mean, these are tighter. Not the tightest I've ever seen for an edge, but they are tighter. push from the bottom. And this doesn't feel like it's in here. I think, excuse me, board. I'll turn you upside down. It's not quite in, is it? Like I can feel it raised along this edge. I'm pretty sure I have not caught any wires. Okay, and that is step 23, and we'll move on to step 24. And it's important to keep all this separate, so we're going to be using some mirror pieces and our stickers, and we will be using putting these on from putting them on the front of the mirror. So the up is opposite of this, so it will look like this. We will take our mirror off, and we are using 3 long to hold it, one up here, one down there, and one across. Well, that's not going to happen because I don't have enough long, so I'm going to go and check my box in case I got another lot of them. And no, I don't. So we're going to carry on with the mediums, and I'm going to, for quickness, well, ease, I'm going to put one on the back here, here, and this is much more difficult if you wanted to glue instead of putting all these on. It's a little bit more difficult because of the mirror. You don't want it smearing, which is what happens unfortunately with glue, or some glues, super glue mainly, on a mirror. Okay, so just lift those off so we're ready to rock and roll. This one's a little bit up because I think, is there one on there? Yeah, there's one on there. And then this one. And we are going to deal with this mirror part, I believe, straight away. No, we're not. So pull your mirror. Whoa, shiny guys. And line it up at the bottom because you don't want it catching this edge. And going up to the top and press it down. Looks kind of cool. I know you can't see it as well because it's really reflective. There we go. Let's make sure it's on. And this is counted as, let's see, what is it counted as? W1, and that is step 24, nice and easy. Step 25 is exactly the same, so make sure your green is at the bottom, because it's like this, and the pink at the top. And I'm going to, again, you're meant to do, so this is step 25, and you are meant to use the medium this time they want you to use, so that's handy because that's what I've been using. So we are going to put 2 at the top. Maybe I should have put 2 on the other one. And it does come with a break on here, by the way. It's meant to have a break on there. So I think it's easier putting it, personally for me anyway, maybe it's because I'm filming, it's easier to put it on the boards than put it on the mirror. One, if there's an error, it's easier to peel off of here without leaving any sorts of marks. And another one, and they, oh, never mind. No, I'm doing it right. They say just put 2 across like this. There's 3 mirrors altogether, by the way, so we will be doing more. But we're going to, I believe, I'll be installing these ones first. No, of course not. Nope, nope, nope. This one will become W-2. So I guess they realise that they're going to run out of long ones if now they've started using medium anyway. And like I say, I do have rolls of this stuff, so it's not a big deal if I do run out. But and it could be that I just wasted more. I mean, it could very much be on me. I just wasted them, the long ones. One more. And then we'll peel our mirror, which is exceptionally fascinating to do. I love the peeling of things like that. And this will sit again on the front. So, oh, these are a little bit too easy to peel. Not quite the same when they're easy. And that will go there. Let's get rid of those. And this one again will sit, line it up at the bottom, the green part at the bottom. This one wants to keep moving on me. And like so. Just gives me a warning about something on the other one. Okay. Just says to make sure that the edge here does, oh, the edge here has the mirror behind it. That's all it's saying. Whoops. So this is W2. Okay. And now we are going to move on to 26. Or was that 26? Was that 25? Am I losing my numbers? I think that was 25 to make W2. But then in the middle of doing W2, it starts on W. Oh, then it starts on the last one. Okay. Alright, which I've put somewhere. Somewhere, I may not have pulled it. Or I have pulled it, but I may have left it over the other side. Hold on. I hadn't brought it over because there are more pieces to do. Okay, so again, you're going to want the green towards the bottom two down here. And the pink towards the one tab. And I would do exactly the same. So you are using medium again, and they want it a slightly different pattern. Not sure why. 2 at the top. Like so. And then one in the middle, going downwards. And that's that sheet of mediums done. I think they just choose different patterns to keep it interesting for doing the same thing over and over. And we are going to be putting this one straight in to the model when I work out where it's got to go. I think I've got a good idea on this one actually. That roof, when we come to the roof, is going to be a nightmare trying to catch all these tabs, if that's what we're doing, which I'd guess that's what we're going to do. Okay, it's 2. 2 at the bottom, like so. There we go. Oh, that one's on me, so hopefully we have a spare. Don't know so much now I run out of those long ones, if they do provide enough for errors. My errors. Okay, so let's move that to one side. I know we need more stickers again in a little bit. So 1, 2. I just don't want to put it on the mirror, the stickers, like they suggest putting them on the mirror. No, they don't. They suggest putting it on the back of the picture too, so that's all right. And all these mirror pieces are identical, by the way. These ones absolutely identical. I put them on top of each other and had a look. There's no difference, just pick a mirror. It's the pattern, that this part, which is different. Just actually a bit more DNA. Okay, and we will peel this. It stopped me again. Get off me, you beast. It's kind of fun. It's very reflective for you, I'm sorry. And remember, almost do it the wrong way. Now I would have noticed. Green at the bottom, where the 2 tabs are. And pink towards the top. Okay, and this one's going to go straight in. Choose the model, and this one that's going to go, still part step 26 by the way, it's going to go back here. So there's 2 stickers, one here. Let's see if I can get my pointy stick and see what I'm doing. One here, there, and one more towards the front here, and that's where it's going to go. And you can see that there's other slots around, and guess what, that's where those are going to. Alright, so, oh, and the tabs go, oh, okay, the tabs go up here, and you've got a middle one which is going to go in there. That's going to be interesting. So it's actually a mirror on both sides, by the way. So I'm thinking put it in the top first and then drop it into the bottom, and that works. So put it in your top first and then drop it into the bottom 2 slots. And that one's on, still on 26, but they call this V now. But still on 26, and we are then going to put the other one on, the far one, which is going to be one, the very first one we did, so without the broken, what looks like a broken piece that isn't. And again, up to the top, and then drop to the bottom. So it makes it very bendy while doing this, by the way. Mine really wants to come apart too. Let's give that a little helping hand. There we go. So you're just going to put it into this corner here, which, like I say, is mirror both sides, so you can't overly go wrong, even though they put plastic on one. And then lastly, we are going to put in the one with the broken piece down this side. Well, it looks like a broken piece that really isn't. And this one is going to stick up here through that slot. Better check my instructions, hadn't I? Doesn't really tell you, but I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Yeah, that's what's happening. And then it bends a little bit to go into the bottom two down here. Okay, so those are all on. Lovely. Right, next we are going to deal, still step 26, with this piece. And we have a piece here, and we are taking it, let's see, put it around the right way. We are taking it from this piece here, which is going to sit here where that round circle is. Which way up? Surely it's going to go that way, like so. It's got to go that way, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense, would it? And that's held in with, not them, these. So, otherwise it wouldn't go through the wood if it was that way down. So it's going to go in here. There's nothing else for me to put this through, is there? Just checking. No. Because we did put those wire clips on, didn't we? These clips up here. But evidently not. And like I say, this is still 26, which is why I was concerned as to whether this video is going to be, we're going to get it done today. But I don't know. It seems to be quite swimming right now. Shouldn't say too much. This one goes on here. I actually thought those lights that we put in a bit ago was actually going to go from the top. That goes to show. Wrong I am. It's a little difficult to tell from the picture where they're going, by the way. But it is like so. And I'm guessing that this big piece here will have the lights like so. And it does have a little notch on here that I think lines up, so I'm going to put that one in next. Whether that's sensible or not is a whole different story. But that's a different piece for starters. This one's the I3 instead of the others. Okay, and then I'll go back to doing these. These are plain pink. Not plain, they got pink on one side, but again, I don't think it's going to matter. Just got to get lined up, really. Just go careful not to catch your wires, because that might damage them. I'm going to give them, should I give them a quick test? Nah, let's surprise ourselves. Okay, so that's that. And then, now it's going to get us to put the wire through this one down the bottom here. So it goes like so. Yes. I don't see that staying there, do you? And then all the way across at an angle through that top one, like so. guess now it'll stay there. And then we are going to put this piece. Did one come out? I heard something move. Okay, we are putting this piece. Yeah, this one. Where is it? Oh, let's have a look where that's fallen off to. Alright, let me go find it. It went right in front of the train. Kind of got stuck there too. Alright, let's put this back on. It's down okay as well. And then we are going to have it pointing downwards. It's very loose. Okay, for the first one, I am going to glue. And I'm going to do it with a bit of super glue. Just because I don't want it falling off directly. I turn it upside down. I don't want it falling off. It's not a good one to have fall out, is it? Right, let me hold that a second. It's going to go upside down. And what you're going to do is it goes upside down and it catches at the front here. So just across that beam. Okay, alright, so this floats here and we miss this bit. We go in this one to here, that one to here. Right, let me stand up because I can't see to line it up very well. Oh, easy peasy lemony squeezy. There we go. Much easier when standing up looking at it. Alright, and that is step 26. So I will go and get 27 because I didn't bring it with me, and I reckon we're going to finish today. Okay, push the model to one side, and we are doing exactly what we did before, so the flat side is towards the back, but not like that. Let's see, this way around I think. So last time I found it easier putting it down and pushing it in rather than trying to balance it in the air, and that's what that's going to look at. And that's step 27, not quite complete, but getting to it. And this is going to go on the model. So this is going to catch at the bottom, exactly how we did the other side. We're going to go in this tab up here, these two on the edge. So I'm going to start at the bottom like I did before. And this side is going to be the hardest because it does have those big tabs. Oh, it wants it to throw itself together. Okay, that's lined up. So it's got loads of hair on it. This one lined up. It's lined up, it's just not in. So the bottom is pretty much in, it's just the top to deal with. Not too worried about these because they used to get in. It's this one that's giving me a little bit of jib. There we go. Nice and easy. And then this one just needs a little bit of adjustment to get these tabs in. Not too much. And that side's in, and that's how we are looking. We are almost there, guys. Almost. Really good push down everywhere you can. Right, now we are starting. This is now Y. It was X before I put the side on, then became Y when I put the side on. This side, not that one. Right, so now we're Y, and we are going to start on the aerial. Now I won't be keeping my aerial in because it will be going into what I call a little cube, which is where a lot of my models sit, and it's too high with the aerial. We are going to get to a point that I'm really disappointed about actually, but I will go through that when we get there. I think it's actually a down point of the model. Right, this on. We're at 35,000, not too bad. So So what they want you to do is pick your model here, and one of them, this one actually, has a little notch down the bottom here as well, whereas the other one has like two things to catch on. So you just need to know which is which. So it looks like the bigger one has the extra catch, which is going to go this side. They are tighter than when I did the other one. Careful you don't break them. And are they flat? Pretty much. Mine aren't flat. And then this one, I'm definitely not flat. Oh, not that one. This one, which will go. It's got like 2 pegs. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe I should look at the directions. I think it's this one in here. Yeah, it goes all the way in. It was me being dappy. So you've got one notch on this one, which you have one notch facing away down the bottom there. This one had 2 in the bottom, and then you put this one in, which also really does not want to go in. It doesn't like this idea at all. So make sure it's lined up. There we go. So we are in, and then you put these ones on, and it doesn't. I think they're the same. Yeah. So they go in like so, and like so. And that is our aerial put together. So just push it. Not too bad. That's step 28. Still on 28, we are going to deal with another piece of plastic. So this one does have a cover also. And you want to put your strips, of which are medium. So you need 5 altogether. 3 on this strip. So let's see. Just make sure I got it the right way around. Don't think I can go wrong. I should never say that because it's not necessarily true. So they want you to put it on your piece of plastic, but I'm going to put it on the board and hope I get it about right. Maybe. One on here, like so. One more. So it takes 5 for this, and you're going to have one down, one going in here, going across, and then it wants 3 along here. Surely that's 6. This one might be too high, but I doubt that I'm going to get it off. I'm going to put an extra one on to hold this in. I know from the other model, I know I don't want them coming out. So I'm just going to move one a bit lower because I think it's a bit high. And I'm never going to be able to get it off. What I'm going to do is leave a residue anyway. So we will see. We will see what stickers we need going forward. I think we're almost at the end. Okay, so unglue these. Unglue. Peel. Almost there. We are on step 28. And this takes us right to the end, and then 29 is just not thought out. As far as I'm concerned, anyway. I mean, it could be one you look at and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, now remember these ones do have plastic on them. Just got to find which side. Just has it on one side, and you want it opposite way, so it goes like so, covering everything. My top sticker was fine. and get it straight, which it's not, and it's actually peeling my stickers, so it's not good. Okay. So some of them have a little bit extra stickiness now. And this, my friends, will then have our area put in, which there are 3 slots, 2 close together here, which will go in those 2. And they just push in, from what I can tell, they're not screwed in, which is good because, like I say, mine will be coming off. Although you'd think screwing in would be fine. Okay. And this is going to sit on top, so you want the picture part going down the bottom and matching up to all the holes, back and front, plus all the tabs, which is probably easier than what we did, hopefully, easier than what we did on the sides, to be honest. And then I think we are so close to being done, guys, so very close. Look at the front and see. Okay, we're still going, by the way. We've got a few other pieces done on here before we move to step 29. Just make sure it's all in okay. Okay, it's feeling good. Then we are going to turn it up on its side, and we have some pink strips, which we want the 2 long ones. They're going to go down here and fit in the slot across, so just like so. Is that really like it? Because if so, it doesn't bloody fit. Maybe it's that way around. Okay, that way around. It was me. Just push them on, just make sure that they are facing the right way, so the bigger end is away towards the edge. And then the same with this one. It does say to do the 2 long ones first, by the way, but obviously, me being me, didn't listen. And then the top one over here. Don't do that. That's how you break things. Did you see that bend in the middle there? Oh, that was a bend. And then the end here. Push it in, and then you should be able to slot the other one in. It should be in the word, and that does that. Let's make sure they are all in. Make sure the side, if it's creaking, that means it needs a bit more. It's kind of cool, isn't it? And that, my friend, is us almost done, and we will be moving on to step 29. I actually think this is such... I'm surprised. You tell me what you think. This is a beautiful model, and what do we have? We have very, very, very plain feet for it. That's what this is going to be. It's going to be feet. So you want 2 pieces. Some have this on the top, some have that, and you are marrying them up to look like a L shape. And those are going to go in the bottom of the model. So do that first. Let's start doing them because they're going to be in different directions. So then you want the top there to make sure that the big one goes there, and you want it to have the square towards the outside. So that one's no good for there. That will work for here though. So you want the edge. I'm going to take these off and colour them. I actually think I'm disappointed. So I will take them off, and if it ruins the grip of these going in, I will glue them back in. So hopefully for the short, when we get there, you will be seeing that with it a bit coloured. I just don't understand why they'd give all the colour, like pinks and greens and all that colour, and then they leave these pale. Even the TV one had plastic feet to match the aerial, or the knob here even, but not these. So let's see, get the right piece. And just look at which way they're going on to the bottom, because they do have a big tab and then they have two smaller tabs like so. So they go on certain directions, whether it goes this way or the opposite. And you want it with the corner, this edge pointing outwards. Like I said, this is a disappointment. I mean, this has been a sale of a build, to be honest with you, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. Of course, the test is in the pudding as to whether it works, but want that on the outside here, so I'm going to go like that. Just make sure that you have all the tabs there. Let's do it the opposite way of what I meant to do. But if you look at the bottom, you can tell which way they're going to go. And then you could do the opposite too, because, you know, that's how we roll. Unfortunately, you have to correct it with a model because they're not as forgiving. Alright guys, we are officially completed. Let me tidy my desk, we get a really good view and get it rocking and rolling. I did not know that we were going to definitely finish it today, and you know what, we're about 46 minutes, 47, 48 minutes in, and I reckon we are pretty rocking for this build. So let me clear my desk so I can get a zoom out and we can really see what's going on. Okay, and this is what we look like from the top end. I have to tip it for you to see, but obviously on this short we will change that. And that's what it looks like on the front. So that's the two viewpoints, is the front and the top, by the way. So the top looks like so. Don't have any viewpoints on the sides, obviously not the bottom, and here. And that's what it looks like with our very, I'm just so surprised at the feet. Anyway, alright, other than that, I think this is looking really good. So let's get it going and I will get you to see. And maybe we'll play it all the way through. We got enough time. Oh, isn't that cute? So you can see it from the top going around too. Wait, just almost missed it there. And then, oh, wrong one. Coffee. It's long, isn't it? Alright, I'm done with the music. Oops. And then we can just turn it off. Don't have to have the music anymore, and we can still have this going around. Much improved. This is so much more improved on the other one. Alright, so that is where we are, my friends, and I think it is a beautiful model. I'm really happy that we've done that. So for the next few days on the channel, I'm going to be doing the mooning, get that up to date, up to issue even 100, then I'm also going to post some choices so you can pick what the next model will be on the channel. I am going to be going on vacation towards the early September, and I'm doing a build for that, but other than that I think it will be your choices what rock and rolls for the next few weeks until then, and I'm in the process of doing a model specifically for that, which can go on, which is taking its time to get going, to be honest with you. It's one of those that you do lots and lots of small parts and hopefully eventually it will get together, but it's very detailed, very beautiful. Alright, so this is where we are. Like I say, any likes, comments, I very much appreciate. You know, I will get back to you whether you put it on the channel or you email me, either way. And I do think it is a lovely build, and I will give a review on it. I think the big misstep is the step feet, and I will try and get that changed for the video. I may not get to it by then, for the short rather, but I definitely that's my plan, is to do that. Alright guys, so please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do appreciate every subscriber or person even watching which hasn't subscribed, but don't be shy, do please subscribe, it does really help the channel, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon, but most of all, take care of yourselves guys, because that is the important part. Take care guys, bye bye now.